3 days after our wedding, I learned something about my husband that I wished I had never discovered. His name was Daniel. Just 3 days earlier, I had stood beside him in a white dress, smiling as our families applauded. He had promised to love me, protect me, and stand beside me for the rest of our lives. I believed every word. But on the third night of our marriage, everything changed. Started with something small. I had accidentally dropped a glass in the kitchen. The sound of it shattering made Daniel storm into the room. "What did you do?" he shouted. "I'm sorry. It was an accident," I said quietly. Instead of calming down, he stepped closer. "You're always making mistakes." I had never seen that side of him before. Then his voice became colder. "You think you can embarrass me in my own house?" I took a step backward. "Daniel, please. It was just a glass." His face suddenly changed. He raised his hand. For a second I froze. I expected him to stop. He didn't. But before his hand could reach me, I stepped aside and caught his wrist. Daniel stared at me in disbelief. He had expected fear. He had expected me to cry. He had expected me to become the helpless wife he thought he had married. But he didn't know me. "I will never let you hit me," I said. He pulled his hand away. "You think you can threaten me?" "No," I answered. "I'm warning you." He laughed. "You're my wife. You belong to me." Those words broke something inside me. Not because I was afraid. Because I finally understood that the man I married was not the man I thought he was. Daniel walked away, convinced he had won. But that night while he slept, I quietly packed a small bag. Before leaving, I looked at my wedding ring. 3 days earlier, it had represented love. Now it represented a lesson. I took it off. The next morning, Daniel woke up and found me standing near the front door. "Where are you going?" he demanded. "I'm leaving." He laughed. "You can't leave me." I looked directly into his eyes. "Watch me." He tried to stop me. But this time I wasn't alone. I had already called my sister. She was waiting outside with the police. Daniel's face turned pale when he saw them. He suddenly changed his attitude. "I was angry," he said. "It was just a misunderstanding." I shook my head. "No. A misunderstanding is forgetting an anniversary. A misunderstanding is taking the wrong train." I pointed toward him. "Trying to hit your wife is a choice." The police took my statement. Daniel kept apologizing. But I didn't go back. Later that day, his mother called me. She cried and begged me to give him another chance. I told her something I'll never forget. I gave him my trust. He used it against me. I will not give him another opportunity to hurt me. Weeks later, Daniel sent me one final message. "I never knew you were this strong." I stared at those words for a long time. Then I deleted the message. Because the truth was simple. He didn't make me strong. He only showed me the strength I already had. 3 days after our wedding, I walked away from my marriage. And for the first time, I understood that leaving someone who hurts you isn't failure. Sometimes walking away is the bravest thing you can ever do. And that was the day my real life finally began.